We're going to get into a very important reading today. And I think I'm going to do a 3-card pool, like a 3-pile pool, so you guys have something to choose from. I want to look into what little surprises are coming your way, which is something good. What is something really good that's coming your way? Something that might make you happy. Something that's going to bring you a little deserved peace, joy. Okay, the good stuff, right? And then I want to do another energy where something's very important, something's very serious, and what do you need to know? If you guys want to ask a question today, it's $15 a card, and I can ask what's serious that you need to know about, or something that is good, a little surprise, a little something coming your way. You can ask more than one. But that's my special for today. My members, you guys are going to get a free one on this Saturday. Obviously, you get a free question. If you want to be a member, please go to my website, jks1111.com. There's 2 different kinds of memberships, so it can be super affordable for everybody. It will give you the details of those memberships and what they include when you order. In order to get the free question, you must be paid up as of now for your membership, okay? It can't be, I had a membership 3 months ago, 2 months ago, can I have a question? You need to be paid up to have those questions. Okay. Oh, hey, Ellen, your membership renewed today. Okay, awesome. So let's get in. I'm so happy to see you, Ellen. Good to see you here. Who else is here? Let's see. Mysterious World. Hi, hon. Good to see you. I will be doing free questions today, 6 of them on my Tea Talk. So for everybody else, if you're just over there, I'll be doing a few later on the Tea Talk. So please follow me on the Tea Talk. I need followers, okay? I need to get thousands. So come on, spread the word like a dirty bird. Okay. First pile, something good coming your way. What is good? What little something is coming your way? All right. And what is very serious that you need to know about? Okay. Pile number 2, what something good is coming your way? What little surprise is headed for you? And what's something kind of serious that you need to know more about? Okay, that's what's coming. Let's do a 3rd pile. These cards are beautiful and available on my website if you're interested. For everyone else that's waiting for your package, I'm getting them all packed up, and I'm going to be doing a video here and on Tea Talk showing you how I pack up my cards and what you should be expecting in the mail. So I'm getting it wrapped up very pretty, like a present, and I just want to show you guys what that will look like. All right. If anybody wants to order these, you get a free reading with your order, okay? So you get a free 15-minute reading with this particular order of the Rose Tarot. Okay. Out of the way. Spirit, what little surprise is coming for pile number 3? All right. Something good, right? And what is serious? Something that you need to know more about. Okay. And Spirit, give us a card for everyone watching. One card to speak on the energy of today. Here it is. The Page of Wands. Love is coming your way, okay? For everyone that's watching, there's passion. There's some romance. There's some flirting. There's some attraction, okay? So as of right now, the current energy, something you might want to look out for, is a confident person that is going to speak up and come forward to you. They're going to make a move. Okay, this is, I'm definitely going to make a move. So this is someone that might want to flirt with you in a little bit more of an intentional way, letting you know that they have interest. This is coming from a masculine person. Doesn't have to be a male, but it's coming from a masculine person. And I do feel there's an invitation. Let's go out. Let's do something. Let's go somewhere. Okay. This person may also want to be a little bit intimate, a little bit fresh. Okay. So maybe there'll be a kiss involved or some touching, some flirting, you know, some physical touch, if you will. And even if there's not that, you definitely get the vibe that they're on it, that they want that. Okay. So you're going to be meeting someone here. This is within 7 days. And I just feel like this person is young-minded. They could be younger than you, or they're just young-minded. They're fun, and they don't act their age. So if they're older, they don't act their age. Okay? This is a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, or Sag. Now, aside from love, what I see coming up for you is something very creative. So you're going to be doing something in the arts. All right? I see whatever talent you have that makes you feel creative. This is the week that you're going to start kind of just going into it, all into it. And you're at least taking the first step. And I feel like this is going to go far. You've got a spark, the fire is lighted, and now it's time for action. Okay, that's the Page of Wands. We're going to get started on something we're very passionate about. So that is a message for everyone who's watching. Oh, Lordy Jesus. Okay, put this away. That was, my gosh. Just trying to make room, and I did that. Okay. Wish I had my lighter up here or my matches, and I don't. I was going to light this. Oh, dang it. Oh, well. Bottom of the deck. Overall, bottom line, underall message. 10 of Pentacles, honey. Whoever's watching this, I want you to know financial security, stability, and improvement is here. Bottom line. Bottom line. I feel like for everyone watching, there's some kind of stability. Okay. Mars did just go into Virgo, pervadic sidereal, and that means there's a lot of desire and drive towards schedule, like consistency and conquering financial aspects of your life, because Virgo is an earth sign. It does deal with pentacles. So I feel like Mars is pulling you into creating more money, but also destroying obstacles that have been in your way that stopped you from getting your money. So this is you conquering your credit, conquering debt, conquering issues that you didn't want to deal with financially. I see some closure, some completion with the 10, and some new beginnings. So you're about to hit a fresh new start when it comes to money. If you're watching this, this is you. You know it. You're like, okay, now where does Virgo fall in your chart? Is it the 10th house? Definite career and gains. If it's the 7th house, meeting new connections that will help you grow financially. If it's the 1st house, entrepreneurship on the way. You know, if it's the 9th house, some travels that inspire you to make more money, but also prayer, dedication, affirmations, visualizations, vision board work. So you guys can do the math. You know, if it's Virgo in the 4th, with Mars there, home ownership is on the how do you say, on the forefront, or doing something as far as a creative energy to remodel your home, which may involve some construction, some demolition, and things of that nature. And even if any of those are aspecting, So if it's in the 10th, it's aspecting the 4th. If it's the 4th, it's aspecting the 10th. You know, you get what I'm saying. So it could hit both marks for a lot of you guys. But think about that, because this is the overall bottom line energy. I also want to talk about family, okay, and commitment. Marriage is on the table. I don't know, but it's in the cards. There's some kind of marriage talk. You might meet your future spouse. This could be this future spouse coming in this week. But you are aligned with marriage. So if you're watching this, just know somehow you're going to meet someone, run into someone, or marriage is going to become a high topic. Again, these beautiful cards are available on my website if you're interested. Okay. Free reading with the purchase of my Rose Tarot. One of a kind, limited edition. I'm not going to make any more after this. I will make another tarot deck, but none that will look like this one. Okay? So if you want a rare deck, here you go. All right. Unless some point in the future somebody says, I saw your Rose Tarot, I really want it. Can you make me one? I will. But I only have a certain amount left, and yeah, that's limited. Okay. We're going to get an epiphany card. What is the essence of your situation in love that needs your attention? What is the main scenario? Pile number 1. Like, what epiphany does someone need to have? This is the epiphany for love. Pile number 1, epiphany for pile number 2 in love. And epiphany for pile number 3 in love. All right. Bottom of the deck, no distance will keep us apart. Look at that plane. Some of you guys might be getting into a long distance relationship. All right. Or you might be considering moving. A lot of you guys may consider moving states. That may come up over the next week. There may be a consideration of it. Okay. I guess we're almost ready to pull. Do I need anything else? Nope, I'll clarify with another tarot deck. We're going to go ahead and get started. So 12 minutes in, let's start with pile number 1. What little surprise? What is good coming for pile number 1? The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. You know, sometimes when you lose, you win. With the Nine of Pentacles, it's a wake-up call. You're not spending enough time on your health. You're not spending enough time on you, and there needs to be a better focus here. I do see some singleness, getting out of a relationship that was toxic, stepping away from the limelight, and kind of going within, relaxing, chilling out, spending some nice time in thought, and not so materialistic. There's a lesson here. Things aren't everything. Okay, we don't need stuff. We need experiences. So there's some kind of a highlight on how loss can be liberating and freeing. So I think that's a good thing. Somebody here could very well be dealing with a Virgo with the Nine of Pentacles. I do see a relationship ended for good reasons. When the Nine of Pentacles shows up reversed, it may be that someone's already going to get an award or an accolade. They've already achieved their financial success. But at what cost? Did it cost their family? You know what I mean? Money can't buy happiness. Money can't buy love. So there's a lesson here that money isn't everything, and that's the good news. Someone's personal growth has been stunted because of relationships or work, and they're about to start going inward. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I have a runny nose. This person also has been dealing with a low sense of self-worth. And it's caused them to focus more on money than themselves. I think it was hard for this person to say goodbye in a relationship. And I just think somebody was struggling. Honestly, the good news is it's over. We're not going to struggle in this anymore. I think that's the good news. The good news is, right, you're going to meet someone else. The good news is better things are coming. Let's let this go, you know? I don't know, that's the good news. Let's see what's kind of serious that this person needs to focus on right now. Oh, okay. We went from single to married real quick. We went from single to meeting the one. And this is very serious. Can I just kind of almost repeat what I said a minute ago? You were in the wrong relationship. You're about to get into the right one. Ooh. And boy, are you going to get into the right one. There is a soulmate, a divine partner, a true love right here. Now, when? I don't know, but I think it involves far out thinking or maybe long distance. I do feel that. Page of Wands, no distance apart, you know. This person could very well be a Gemini. And this relationship is going to get brought up this year, the year of the snake. We only have 6 more months. So this person's very important, pile number 1, and they're showing up. But you have to obviously fully be released and free from the toxic relationship. But if you're watching pile number 1, single no more. Single no more. You will be in a connection. So if you're kind of down in the dumps, you feel a little bit sad because of an ending of something, you're about to meet the love of your life. This person is funny, charismatic. They look younger than they are. Very Gemini, okay? Friendly. They're spiritual. And more importantly than anything, it's destiny. The epiphany for pile number 1, when it comes to love, is planning for the future. Look at that travel. See, look at that. We got plane stuff going on. Travel is good for the soul. Pile number 1, I think you may be traveling with somebody that you're really into or that's into you or that you're going to meet, or you might meet someone on your travels. But I need you to think ahead. I don't need you to be thinking about right now and how crazy life has been. I need you to look at the future. For some people, the future is a better place than the right now. I know everyone says be mindful, be present, and that's good. But I think for pile number 1, you're too mindful, you're too present. You know, you're not looking towards the future because there's a lot of disappointment. But the right one is here, and this is destiny. And I want you to think about what will come, not what has been. It's good to look back, but don't get stuck there. Okay? When one door closes, another door opens. Let's clarify your message with, I want to get an oracle. I feel like that's what I want for you. Yes, yes, yes. We're going to do Colette Baron Reed. Gosh, she has so many oracle decks. You know, Colette is like the oracle deck queen, but we're going to do Wisdom of the Oracle. Okay? Now, what is coming for pile number 1? Give us that beautiful divine message. So we have co-create. Number 40. Co-create in reverse. You know, that's more of the protection message, right? But let's look at the picture. You've got this cheetah who's really fast. And you've got an owl on a tightrope. Why did they pick a cheetah and an owl? The cheetah's sitting, the owl's chilling. I feel like they're coming to life. Perhaps they were once a statue. Now they're not. With co-create, I feel like this is cutting the line, snipping that relationship, that toxic one. And the reason it didn't work out with this other person, who could be a Virgo or Leo, the reason it didn't work is because you couldn't grow, you couldn't move forward. There was no co-creating. That relationship was kind of dead, kind of stale, and it didn't have room for spiritual growth, physical family growth, financial growth. It didn't have it. And I think that's just something that needed to be said. And the Oracle card says this, and we're going to read the protection message because it is in reverse. So there's not a whole lot of positivity and good news from that. So it will just be the protection message part. Hey, Ellen, stuff I donated for the tarot I couldn't buy of International. Oh, okay, Ellen. All right. Well, I'll notate that for my own self, and I'll get that to you. All right, so let's take a look. You are trying too hard, or you were, okay? Someone's been trying too hard. I'm pretty sure it was you, to create everything that you wanted in this other relationship. I mean, you did it all. You went above and beyond to make this person happy without nurturing yourself, without listening to your inner spirit, without honoring your higher self, without honoring your heart. Perhaps you got stuck in some way on this hamster wheel, just go, 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 making it work. And it was just too difficult to ever make this person happy. Sometimes choosing to do nothing is a choice. You think you're not doing anything wrong, but someone chose not to leave for the longest time. Like, they just chose not to leave. They just stuck it out. They were there, and they didn't see it like, I'm here for a season. They saw, I'm here permanently, forever, with no movement. And they just got in a very stale, stuck, unfruitful relationship. Does the word overwhelmed apply to this person? Oh, yeah. And why did this person think it all comes down to them? Everything that mattered in that relationship depended on them, because it was all on them. Nine of Pentacles. The other person didn't really try a whole lot as far as the emotional and the spiritual and just the growth in general. They just wanted to keep things flowing, not growing. And this person now must step into spirit and ask for inspiration and ask, bring me my divine partner. Bring me the person that's going to co-create life with me, that's going to co-create a future, that's going to build a business, a family, a home, and a spiritual life. Reclaim your partnership with spirit, and you're going to find this person. Inspiration is coming to you. I like that. That's beautiful. Let's get some energy for that relationship. What is it kind of going to feel like? What is it going to feel like? This will be the last. Ooh, it's going to feel like seduction, attraction, teasing, hooking up, dating, third-party temptation. Ooh, child. Pile number one. I know you're, and the reason I think third party even got brought up is because someone here is still trying to get over this other situation. It's like they're still on their mind, they're still on their heart. even though there's a separation here. But this other relationship is going to seduce them in some way, in a good way, okay? In a playful, flirtatious, dating kind of way. And that's why that person is coming up as a third party. Not because there's cheating involved, but because, hey, look over here. You know, there's something else for you. And it's going to kind of create a desire to move on from this other person. So there's a high level of attraction. And that's going to be very helpful for pile number 1 to get over the ex. That's what I see. Big stretch. Oh, sorry, guys. I felt good. You know, I think there's a reason I had to stretch after that video. It's like this person has to stretch to grow. They could never stretch before. They were just stuck. All right, so pile number 2. 26 minutes. Let's get in. The World card is the good news. So it's over. Again, kind of a similar message with the 9 of Pence, but the World card is more of an award, or a reward, if you will, and it's a congratulations. It's, wow, you really did this. You went full circle. You did it all. You came, you saw rather, and you're good. You're good. You're going to start over. You're going to start something else. It's not, your life's not over. Your mission's not over. Your journey's not over, but you've accomplished. And okay, so what's coming to me is you've grown spiritually. You started out, I don't know, just diving into the spiritual world. And you're like, God, it took me so long, but I went through it. I did the shadow work. I did all that self-reflection. I did healing. I grew up. You grew up spiritually, and this is a graduation. This is a finish accomplishment. You've crossed that line. Now you're going to get into a whole nother level of an even deeper look into your spiritual faith, but you're about to level up. Okay, maybe you already just did, but leveling up is what this is all about. And you're going to be a newbie in the next part of your chapter of your life. There's many chapters, but the next chapter, you're at the beginning. So where there's an end, there's the beginning. The door closes, another one opens. We're going to start over, not on the same lesson, but a whole new one, because you've accomplished this. I do want to know what lesson you accomplished, though. I feel like that's really important, because this is the good news. This is the award. So what lesson did you learn? Pile number 2. I'm feeling boundaries. Yeah, Queen of Swords. God, yeah. Boundaries. Very Aquarius is coming out for me. It doesn't matter, though. Listen, you're more outspoken now than you ever have been. The way you speak to yourself, the way you speak to other people is direct. Maybe you kind of beat around the bush before. Maybe you used to be a people pleaser. Maybe you used to be the kind of keep it to myself kind of person, but you're just not anymore. And you've learned, I have lines, walls, boundaries. Don't cross them. Because if you cross them, you're going to cross me. And I won't be quiet. I'm going to speak what's on my mind. I'm also hearing in relationships, you're not afraid to say what's on your heart. You're not afraid to say what's on your mind. I feel like with someone you cared about in the past, you used to keep your mouth shut. Maybe to keep the peace. But you've learned, I don't care anymore. I've taken the veil off. Maybe you're grown in years with the World card, but you're just like, I'm just not valuing that anymore. I value my word, my mind, myself, my boundaries. Very Queen of Swords. And you know, she's harsh. She's not a very soft-spoken person all the time. She's very direct. She's decisive. She knows what she wants. She takes action. She says what she means. She does what she says. She's not somebody you want as an enemy, but she's definitely somebody you would want as a friend. And I'm also just hearing, I'm wiser now. So, pile number 2, you've learned to speak and speak up. And that is the good news. I also see there's a final verdict or a final say, a final decision, a final piece that was missing that is going to bring closure. That's the good news. So if you're watching pile number 2, there is closure to a situation. It might be a little bit tough to swallow, tough to hear maybe, a tough message to receive in the mail, but you finally get the whole picture. The whole picture. And I think everything's going to start to make real sense. And I think you've been waiting for closure. You've been waiting for truth. You've been waiting for just a real piece of reality to show up in your life. So if you pick pile number 2, that's here right away, right now, and you're going to be getting that within the week. I also see good news is losing some weight. The World and the Queen of Swords is I'm cutting pounds, I'm cutting weight, I'm cutting me in half. So there's some kind of cut. I also see somebody in pile number 2 getting a divorce or a separation. And this is serving divorce papers, just, serving the deliverance of it's over. Okay, so someone in pile number 2 is going to say, it's done. I don't want to do it again. Okay, I'm done with this connection. And this could be a friendship. This could be also the ending and dissolving of a job. But for a lot of you, it's just the ending and dissolving of a very difficult situation that needed closure. Anyways, that's the good news, and that's what's coming. So let's see, what is something very serious that you need to know about? 5 of Wands. Pick your battles. Pick them very wisely. There's a lot of people around you that just want to fight. They want to argue. They don't want resolve. They like the debate. And they know what to say to get you riled up, if you will, and rattle your cage and get you debating and get you going. This message is pay them no mind. If they say something that really gets to you and you need to check them, go ahead. But pick it wisely, because there is this kind of 2 against 1 energy here. And it doesn't seem very fair. I am hearing the words defend yourself. Defend yourself. But think twice before you speak. Think twice before you act, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to make an ASS out of themselves more than you ever could. So you don't have to fall into every fight. Just pick the right ones. And what is the epiphany about love? Soul mirroring, exposing, and revealing all. So this is, again, with love, relationships, no hair on your tongue. You're just saying it like it is. You're just like, you want to know what's wrong with you? This is wrong with you. You want to know what's wrong with me? This is what's wrong with me. Okay. Thank you for revealing what I need to work on, and let me reveal what you need to work on. This is the ending of a karmic relationship. And I will say this involves a Leo and an Aquarius. Could have been a soulmate kind of connection. KK1111, good to see you, beautiful, and good morning. What is the $15 reading? It's $15 a card. Ask a question, and I can pull you an oracle or a tarot, and the bottom of the deck is always free. And that's what it is. So if you have a question, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm almost done. I'm doing 3 piles. So we're ending here on the 2nd, and we're going to get into the 3rd. And you can pay $15 on my website through a donation, or you can do Cash App. Okay? So anyways, for pile number 2, I just feel like, look at the crystal ball here. It's just like, I see it clearly. I see it at all angles. I know your angle. I know what you want to do. I know why you're trying to fight with me. Pick a fight with me. Just don't. And this is, don't throw stones at a glass house. Well, that's not what I meant to say. Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house, which means don't judge me unless you want to be judged right back, and maybe you have more to judge. So this is about you being picked on by someone that shouldn't be picking on you, because you might have dirt on this person. Okay, this person, you know, is vulnerable in some sense, and you're going to come at them. So I kind of see a fight happening, but I also see it coming to an end. So I do see that Aquarius Leo vibe. Someone's going to set someone straight for pile number 2. And boy, are they going to get straightened out very quickly. You're probably going to win this battle. Okay, Queen of Swords, 5 of Wands, there's a victory here. There is. It's a challenge, but it's a victory. And I feel like I want to tell you, you're right. And if you thought someone had it out for you at work or in family or in love, they do. They did. And you knew it. Okay, let your intuition go ahead and reveal that to you, because you knew it. You sensed something wasn't right. The better part of you for so many, I don't know, for such a long time, allowed you to put up with it or think maybe you were being irrational. These cards are saying you're not being irrational. Your intuition was right. But here's the deal. You're going to shut someone down. You're going to shut them down. They were wrong. Justice is coming in some sense. Clarity, honesty, reality check. And if someone wanted to pop off at the mouth and just kind of come off at someone and just fight for whatever reason, and they were in the wrong, boy, it's going to get nipped in the butt. And they're going to learn a karmic lesson with a quickness. That's what I'm seeing for sure. Okay, now what is something you need to know in love? If this is a love relationship, this was just karmic. It was meant to expose something in you that you needed to see, or something in them that they also needed to see. That soul mirroring. And what is this going to bring you? What is this closure? I told you earlier, pile number 2, you've got serious closure. What is this closure going to give you? Partying. Okay, freedom, time with friends, having fun, happily single, living in the moment. Yep, I'm sorry, but pile number 2, I don't see love or a relationship coming. I see a divorce. I see a separation. I see the ending of a love connection, but I see happiness and joy and a new beginning, starting over and enjoying life at a place where you've never really enjoyed it. I see traveling. I feel like you might go to South America for some kind of travel. Even Mexico for some kind of travel. I see Hawaii here too, for whatever reason I do. But I see this travel, this release is like a volcanic eruption of, man, this feels good. This is living. This is life. I've been missing out on so much, And you know why this feels like freedom? Because someone's been in a connection with another person that was very rigid, negative, toxic, and difficult. They did reveal that side of you, because there is a side of you that is serious, is rigid, and you kind of matched. You matched with this person, and they reflected to you what you really don't like about yourself. To be honest, they reflected to you something that needed to be corrected, that you needed to correct. The serious side, the negative side. And boy, did it get snipped. It got corrected. And you're realizing, I don't think I want to be with someone like me. I want to be with someone who brings something out of me I didn't even know was there. Okay? I want someone to bring the fun out of me, the joy, the smiles, the laughs. Some people just need the complete opposite of who they are to be happier. But someone here was trying to be with someone that was the same. It just rubbed off, didn't it? It rubbed off the wrong way. And finally, we're getting closure and we're moving on. Okay, so that's pile number 2. 41 minutes. Let's go ahead and get into pile number 3. Another stretch, right? Let's stretch it out. Some new energy for a new pile. Again, if you guys have any questions, just $15. Let me know your question when I call on you, and we'll get going. But it's $15 a card. So you get one card. You can pick an oracle or a tarot, and the bottom of the deck is free. Okay, the overall bottom line message. If you want 2 questions, if you want to just do $25, I will answer two questions, 2 cards. Okay, for a special for today. All right, so let's go ahead and pile number 3. Ooh, what's the good news? We got karmic. What is up with all this dramas going on for good news? The good news is a karmic relationship is being revealed. Someone's mask is falling off. And someone's going to get their karma. We have a Libra here. We do. We even have a Virgo. Chitra Nakshatra really comes to my mind. Chitra. Somebody here was very beautiful, very attractive. A preling peacock. Hot, fire, just wow. And I think that's a lot of the reason you were attracted to them, is just their style and their charisma and their physical looks. I think the good news here is that mask fell off and they're not as attractive as they once seemed. If this isn't you experiencing this, this could be someone that you love that is experiencing a mask falling off with their karmic. But I feel like this is the good news. Someone is not all they're cracked up to be. And we are unmasking Zorro, if you will. We know who this is. We know who it is. Let's keep going. Let's see what is important that you need to know. The Star card in the reverse. So, I'm sorry, the song that comes to me automatically is sometimes God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers. And then I'm hearing God blessed this broken road that led me straight to you. Someone is very disappointed or will be very disappointed in everything they wanted in this relationship. It doesn't work out. And all they prayed for, all they cried about, all they begged for, I mean, they did candles, they did rituals, they did prayers, they begged, they pleaded, this person went all out above and beyond to make this work. And a lot of it was attraction. And it didn't have to be physical. It could have been financial. It could have just been the allure of what that person brought to their life. But they saw that that was it. That's all they wanted. But it was false and it was fake. It wasn't real. And they're realizing, wait a minute, oh my God, this was karmic. This relationship was meant to be here for a season, for a reason, not forever, not for me. They're not for me. And they're just kind of realizing, it's almost like a revelation. God, I can't believe I stuck in this. Why? What did I see in this person? The star card in reverse is always a blessing, even if it's reverse, okay? The star always brings positive healing and rebirth, you know? But if someone's been lacking in self-belief or motivation, just know that miracles can happen. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Focus on that inward love and healing. Okay, and there's obviously something and someone else out there. We don't have to be stuck on this person. Now, what does this individual need to know about love? What is the epiphany of the ending of this karmic relationship? Guilt for past actions and behaviors. Wow. This person learned in this relationship a very important lesson about their choices and the way they behaved. It was karma. That's why it's a karmic. Someone got dealt karma. I have a whole new revelation on this reading now. They wanted this person, but they didn't get them. They didn't get to keep them because that's their karma. They did somebody else dirty, and they thought they could have a happily ever after. They can't. They did someone too dirty. I'm sorry. And this is the denial of a wish. Now there's healing and there'll be happiness somewhere in the future, but they can't have this person. The first thought that comes to my mind, and just excuse this example, but that's what I'm seeing, is a very good-looking man who seems to have it all. And he had the looks and he had the money and he had what women wanted, right? And he met this really beautiful girl. And she was young, and this is just in my mind, but she had been hurt before. She had had a painful past. And he went ahead and awakened her love. Even though she told him, I'm not ready for a relationship. I don't want to get into one. I want to focus on myself right now. This person used all his charm, his charisma, his looks, his everything, just to sweep this girl off her feet. And she was like, oh, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get into this relationship. And then he dropped her. He did her dirty. He did her real dirty. And it didn't work out for them. And she was left broken, crumbled, destroyed, crushed, just on so many levels. So many levels. And the karma that that person is going to get because of what he did, this is just in my vision, is when that man decides to grow up, maybe, 10 years go by and he meets this hot, beautiful girl, this beautiful woman that, is attractive, maybe has family wealth, fun, just everyone's cup of tea, right? A lot of people want to be with her. And he's like, oh yeah, I want to be with this girl. Oh my God, I want to be with her more than anything. And he is striving and trying, and he's just like jumping through hoops to be with this woman. Either A, he doesn't get that chance, he gets to watch somebody else, Or B, he gets the girl, but she ends up leaving him, crushing him, destroying his confidence, his charisma, putting him down, saying things like, you're not really my type, or you're a little short, or you're fat, or you're too old, or you don't have enough money, whatever. But there's some kind of slap in the face that happens, and it's all karma. This person's going to get dealt karma for their past actions, and it doesn't really matter how it plays out, how exactly this plays out. The fact is, star in reverse, there's a denial of a wish, and that's this person's karma. And they need to have that guilt for what they did to someone in the past. So let's take a look at what that person in the past situation kind of looked like. Oh, yes, 4 of Cups, denial and rejection. So this person, this charming, charismatic, good-looking person, denied and rejected somebody. That is the details. Could have been a Cancerian. Someone very emotional, very loving, very caring, very friendly, and worthy was rejected. All because this person said, oh, you're really not my cup of tea. You're not my cup. You're really not what I want. So that makes it okay to play with someone? Nah, it doesn't make it okay. And that's why karma's like, that's all right, you're going to get yours. Okay, because the 4 of Cups happened, and it could have been that this person was bored in a relationship or simply unsatisfied. They just didn't want to go forward in the relationship anymore. And anyways, it hurt. It killed someone. So let's go ahead and get an oracle on that. Spirit, tell me what's coming up, what needs to be known for this pile. Please reveal to us the lesson learned. Happy, happy. Interesting. It's very 3 of Cups. So what I'm seeing, there's a key. Well, there's a keyhole. Where's the key? The key to being happy. Someone here is learning what happiness really is. And I'm going to be honest, what I'm feeling more than anything is whatever would make this person happy, they're not going to get. Not right now. Not in this package. And I feel like the person they want is happier without them, because they were happier without the other person they hurt. Sorry, but that's what I'm getting. The message here, the essential message: joy and contentment, a sense of fulfillment and feeling that all is well. Someone's desires are going to be effortlessly fulfilled, but it won't be them. Someone's going to find joy in the present moment, whatever's happening. They're going to be free from the shackles of longing for someone they couldn't have, or longing for someone they were rejected from. Someone's going to be able to experience liberation that comes from actually being happy. Now is the time that someone gets to feel joy and experience what they didn't get the chance to. There are moments in a relationship where you just feel good about whom you're with, and you know that your heart is wide open without wanting anything in return. This is the kind of happy that somebody wants to feel. The appearance of this card in a reading tells that joy and contentment will come. The grass isn't greenest where you stand. The grass isn't always greener where you're not standing. It's greener where you water it. Be grateful and be delightful in your relationship. So what I feel is they wanted someone to make them happy, and they sought exterior happiness, not the one on the inside. So in other words, the relationship that they were previously in, they didn't water. They didn't give that person time, attention, respect, integrity, loyalty, devotion. They didn't give it to them. So now they're going to learn a lesson. You get what you give. You didn't water this. You didn't water a relationship. It's not going to flourish. You're not going to find the perfect person that's buttoned up and beautiful and packaged perfectly, that brings happiness to you. You have to be happy first from the inside and water and nurture something to truly be happy. And I think that's the lesson someone's learning karmically, is that someone's not going to just make them happy. They have to make themselves happy, but they also have to nurture the relationship, because it can't just go on and on by itself. All right, well, I think that's the ending of this piles. The overall message: money's coming in, 10-10, Wheel of Fortune, and the 10 of Pentacles. So for everyone, just know the wheel is turning and money's going to start flowing and growing in your life. Okay, good decisions. I see some travel, and I see a new relationship popping up here for everyone. So be open. Okay, don't be afraid to grow. Don't be afraid to put your hair down and experience new things, try new people, and see what happens. Okay, because there is flirtation. There is someone. All right, what does the moon want you to know? This is for everybody. What does the moon want you to know? Ooh, that's beautiful. You got, let go of the anxieties of others. You don't have to live life for them, that's for sure. What does the universe want to tell you? I'm hearing get zestfully clean. Zestfully clean. There's a deeper reason for each of your questions, and I'm going to need you to seek it. Okay? And what's coming in for the love oracles? Let's ask a little bit more about this Page of Wands. Retreat, see, travel. It's time to disconnect from the world. You're going to meet someone while traveling, or you're going to get invited to go somewhere, but you're going to get away from the house, get away from your problems. You're going to get away with someone. And you're going to disconnect from work and family and even spirituality. And you're just going to laugh and have fun and be in an energy that you've needed to be in for a long time, which is just to be seen, to be present, to experience passion, romance a little bit, fun, youthfulness, desire. And I'm hearing a lot of attraction. Yep. All right, so that's what you guys have coming up. Who has their questions? Ellen, yes, you go ahead, sweetie. Go ahead and post. Will my date work here? It wouldn't. I feel like it's working a shift. Huh? I don't understand the question. Will my date Work. Oh, will your person work where you're at? It wouldn't feel like a working shift. Okay. So will your person work where you're at? Let's bless this with a little rose action. Hey, Fleeky. Spirit, guide and direct me for Ellen. Guide and direct me to the right cards for Ellen. Fleeky, I have no clue what you're talking about, girl. I do not understand where you're going with your messages at all. I have literally like no clue what you're talking about. I love you though, girl. I love you to death. I just don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So Ellen, we have 2 of Wands, the Path. Oh, we got a double here. 5 of Swords in the reverse, Page of Cups in the reverse, and the King of Swords. Bottom of the deck here is the Hierophant. What I'm seeing is an unfaithful person. I feel like you're asking for a blessing. You're asking, bring me someone. And I feel like this person that's showing up in your life is very unfaithful and even untrustworthy. I feel like they show up and they pack up and they leave. And I feel like, to be honest, Ellen, someone here is going to walk into your life and walk out, which creates a lot of pain. Because why awaken your feelings if they had no intention of staying? Now you're dealing with an air sign, most likely a Libra, but it could be a Gemini or an Aquarius. This person is kind of harsh and just says what they say without consideration of feelings. And I do feel this person is kind of in and out. I don't feel the love is here, because I also don't feel the respect is here. I feel there's a lot of sexual attraction, but no commitment. And I honestly feel someone here is a player. And they're messing around, or hope to mess around, with people you don't know about. Because I don't get the vibe, Ellen, that you're the one messing around. He's not an air sign. Are you referring to just his sun sign birthday? Or are you aware of his moon or rising? I'm going to be honest, Ellen, these cards are not favorable for love, romance, marriage, commitment. These cards are not favorable. I'm just going to be honest. I see someone's back turned towards us, taking another path, going down the train, just walking away. They've made their choice and they're going forward with it. And what is that choice? What are they going towards? Five of Swords in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, which is I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to argue. I just don't feel it. Page of Cups is in reverse. It's the love's dumped out, and it's like I kind of felt it, but I just don't. And it's unequally yoked, and it's not mutual here. And I feel like even if it's not an air sign here, this King of Swords is like, I'm being honest. And maybe that's you that needs to be honest. That whoever you're thinking of right now is not the one. Someone's flying away on an airplane. They're moving or they're going on a trip. But the reason you're staying connected to this relationship is looking at the past. Just the nostalgia. And it's just like, you know what? I know you weren't right for me, but I hung on to you, Hierophant, because we had history, because we built something. And I didn't really want to let that go. That took a while to build. So even though I'm not quote unquote feeling it, I'm still here for it. And this is explore your options. There are other people out there. Broaden your horizons. I do get the feeling, Ellen, that travel needs to happen for you. There needs to be a letting go, releasing of the dove, releasing of the bird. It's just like freedom. I don't want to cage you. Go. You're free to go do what you want, be who you want to be, see who you want to see. So am I. I want to be a free bird. And so there's this freedom that comes here in your reading. And it's just like there's so many different paths I can take. I don't have to take this path. I don't know why I thought I had to take this path, but I don't have to. I know we have attraction and desire, but I can have that with someone else as well. So I don't want you to keep looking at the past in this. There's another soulmate out there, actually. Soul connection, partnership, soul contract, and a life partner. There is someone else. Now, this person could be coming up as a Taurus. And we have the love call, expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you. The real person that's right for you is going to text you, call you, and stay connected to you. They're going to let you know verbally what they want, what's going on in their mind, what's their plans, and that you're in their plans. I kind of get the feeling you or this other person, someone just doesn't involve the other in plans. What is it you need to know about your connection? What is it you need to know, Ellen? A reconciliation is coming. He is going to reach out and reconcile with you. But is he going to stick? Is he going to stick around? I think the more thing you want to know is this person coming back into my life? Is he coming back around? Yes. There is a on and off. There is a break and then a comeback. And there's going to be, again, there's going to be another passionate reboosting of your relationship. You're going to get that love call. But I still get the feeling he's not the one for some reason, because reciprocity, he's not adjusting to you the way he needs to adjust. What's needed here is sacrifice. What is it you need to know about him as he comes back around? What is it Ellen needs to know? King of Swords, what is it you're trying to say? Ready to take a chance. Illumination with the sun. What I'm hearing is this is going to get old. And maybe that's why you got picture and nostalgia with the past. He leaves, he comes back in. We start again, and then I'm lacking the commitment, I'm lacking the change, and it gets old. So this take a leap of faith, Fool card, ready to take a chance, is, are you ready to travel away from the norm? Because I know he makes you happy, but there's something else out there. Okay, someone else out there who I feel is more of a Leo. He's more of a Leo. Since we're on the mode of traveling, I want to do an oracle, a map oracle for what you need to know. Oh, he's a Leo sun. Oh boy. This message is crazy. Spirit, what do you want Ellen to know about changing the pace, about stepping away from someone who's not honest, kind of a little bit of a liar, someone that doesn't value Ellen, but keeps coming back around for seconds, for thirds, for fourths, but not giving Ellen what she needs? What is the message? Where is she headed with this leap of faith? Show me for Ellen. There's the number 49, talisman. 19 is an important number for you too, both leading to the sun card, which is Leo, which is important for you, but 9 and 1 is 10, new beginnings, fresh new starts. So in order to have a new beginning, you have to have that ending. Don't be too attached, Dragon's Lair. All right, so the talisman to me is about a thing. It's about an item. And it's about being attached to an item. It's a meaningful item, so you don't want to let it go. I keep getting the feeling that you're attached. Maybe even stuck. Is there something spiritual, magical that represents your connection that is giving you this back around energy? Maybe throw that talisman away or sell it, get rid of it, bury it. There might be something that you have that's physical that is bringing in the karmas in circles. And let's see what this says. A lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need, Ellen, for the success you seek. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road, familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information where you are on your journey. It helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit to a mistake, and whatever your inquiry is, great fortune awaits you. Sorry for him snoring. The wisdom you have to arrive to the right decision is here. You've learned your lessons with him, and you've earned your right to success. Mostly, this is a warning about repetitive patterns. You can do what you want. King of Swords is like you have an option. Seven of Cups. You can do this reconciliation again if you want, but you know where it leads. You know what's going to happen. You know how that cycle plays out, because it always does. There's hope, but there's a message about reciprocity. In order for you to be happy, something's got to change, either you or him. But let him know we're not going to do this again and again and again. It's not going to be the same. If you're going to come back in my life, things are going to change. And what is it he really wants to tell you as he comes back in to your life? So he's coming back in for a reconciliation. What does he want to say? You're the destination I seek, my reason to grow. All right, so he's going to let you know, hey, you're who I want. I'm coming back to you. Okay, I've changed. I will say this, there's a lot of sexual energy with the desire card. Make sure that this man doesn't just think with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his brain. That's what he's thinking of. You know, make sure he's thinking with his heart and with his head as well. Because he might just be, you know, be careful he's not just saying things to get between your legs. You know what I mean? Be careful. Because he is very attracted to you, and that's flattering. It's flattering to have someone say, you know, God, I'm into you. I'm back again. Obviously, it's good, or I wouldn't be here, you know. And they just, music to your ears, right? And they get between your legs, they get what they want, and then they repeat the pattern. And you're just like, God, this is annoying. Stand firm in your decisions. Ellen, what is it you need to know about him? Because honestly, he's coming back. Is he going to work there? No, I don't see him working there. Maybe applying. I don't know. And even if he does work there, I don't see him sticking there for long. Okay. What is it you need to know? Okay. Your gifts are expanding, Ellen, rapidly. So you're elevating spiritually, intuitively, psychically. You are elevating. So I think you know all of this. Okay. And you know you deserve the best. Is this the best? I think you know the answer to that. What is it you really want? What does your highest self really want? It's hard to say goodbye. Your heart doesn't want to say goodbye. You feel like true love never ends. And you want to stick to that story. You want to stick to that version, that dedicated, I love you now, forever, and always, no matter what. That's poetry. That's music to your heart. But I think your higher self knows it is time for you to say goodbye, not because of a lack of attraction or a lack of love, because that's there. It's just, if nothing's going to change, I have to say goodbye. Are you going to change? Are you really going to change, or are we just going to do this all over again for eternity on repeat? I want more. Is he going to give you more? Let's see. Spirit, is he ever going to give her more? Excuse my dog. I don't know why he's doing what he's doing. It's like growling in his dreams here. We have partying, time with friends, having fun, happily single, living in the moment. The golden mirror, this narcissist, unfortunate love bombing, self-absorbed, one-sided. It doesn't feel one-sided to you because he gives to you. He gives you affection, love, lust, romance. So it doesn't feel one-sided, but really he's coming in for himself. You feed him. You make him feel good. You give him something. He's getting stuff out of you. That's why reciprocity is here. It's not always fair. He's there more for him than he is there for you. I hate to say that. And again, it's flattering. It's complimenting. He's there because he wants to be. He comes in back and back and back because he wants to be. But remember, there's some kind of vampire energy here. And maybe it is the empath and the narcissist classic cliche that we don't want to look at. It could be. You are the giver, he's the taker. You're the healer, he's the one that needs to be healed. It could be that classic energy. But what I see him giving to you is, and he may not say it, but it's like a deep friendship with benefits. Is it wife? No. Is it respected higher soulmate? No, I don't feel that he sees that for you. Not because he lacks attraction. He's just not there yet. He keeps playing games. And I hate to say this to you, but he says what he knows you want to hear. He says what he knows works to get his foot back in the door with you. He says things because he's attracted to you sexually highly. And he wants back in that energy, but he's not giving. He's not giving you the cup you desire. And I'm just going to give you an example of kind of what's in my mind. You're such a good, nice person. It's almost like ordering a drink at a restaurant and you give them specifics. And you're like, I want it this way, I want it that way, and I want this certain flavor, and leave whatever other flavor out. And they show up with the wrong drink. And you're just like, oh, and you don't want to be a burden, and you don't want to stress that person, and you don't want to be difficult. So you're just like, it's okay. I'm going to try this drink. Maybe I'll like it. And you try to make the best of a situation. You try to make the best out of your order that it isn't what you ordered. But you're going to be open-minded, and you're going to go with the flow, and you're just, and that's how you're acting in love. You're just like, you're not exactly what I see for myself. You're not exactly what I want in a person. But I'll work with you. It's doable. I don't want to be a perfectionist. I don't want to be ultra picky. I want to be good. I want to be vulnerable. I want to be open-minded. I want to be kind. I want to not judge a book by its cover. I want to not think the worst. I want to see something through. I want to see it through, and I want to make a good thing better. I want to make it better, because what if I never get best? What if I never get my ideal? Let me work with what I've got. And that's kind of what I see. And I'm not saying go shoot for the stars and get, some unrealistic frame of mind where you're going to get perfection, because none of us do. And maybe you'll never get perfection. Maybe this is it, Hierophant. Maybe this is your commitment, and it's up and down, and it's not satisfied, and it's always leaving you wondering. Maybe that is your lot here. But you came to me for a reading. You came to me for the answers. So let me give them to you. A, if he works there, he's not going to stay. I don't really think he's going to work there. B, he's coming in dishonest in a sense, because he wants you. He desires you sexually, intimately, and he desires your connection. You feed him. He's not the argumentative type. He doesn't want to argue with you. One, because he knows he's not going to win the argument. But his heart's not here and it's not into it. And his real heart's desire is he has no direction. He's just having fun. He has no goal. There's no one in his life right now, not even you, no one that is pointing him in any way. He's just going with the flow at this point. He's leaving his options open. He has no direction. And he does feel pulled to you. You and him have history, and it's comfortable. It's comfortable for him. He's going to keep coming back because it's very comfortable. You are that destination he seeks because he's attracted. He feels a pull. And this could be a karmic soul contract. It could be soulmates. I mean, I don't know your lot in life. But I know he's not the best thing in the world. I know he's wearing a mask. And it's, you know, you deserve more, or at least the best. I feel there is some resistance. I feel that you're smart, and I know your higher self wants to kind of end this cycle, but it's just really hard. It's hard to cut this person off. It's really hard because he keeps coming back on his own. So it's easier for you to let someone go if they don't come back. But he keeps coming back. And you're just like, why are you making this so difficult? So I can see where you're pulled and confused. But watch your patterns, and if you can do anything to help let go of it, maybe try if you feel called to let go of it. Ellen, we need to do an astrology chart reading with him and see more. Yeah, we do. I would like to see more about what's going on with him. I mean, it's crazy. Your reading is crazy. I will say he's coming back, and that's probably what you already know, probably what you feel. But there it is. And it's up to you on what you want to do with that. Okay? I feel like, honestly, your reading is he keeps you in circles. Literally. He just keeps you in circles. He doesn't quite let you go. He doesn't want to be the man of your dreams, but he doesn't want to let you go and go be with another man either. And so you're stuck in limbo, where it's not enough, but it's not lacking so little that you're done. I mean, it's just right there in the middle. So yeah, that's what I have. Your guys' karmic circle. All right, well, is there anybody else that paid for that reading? The $15 question? Or is there anyone else that is a paid member that has your question? Hi, Stephen. You took a big step in June and everything is unfolding. Wow. We both need to change. To be honest, this message feels like a message of my work situation and love situation mixed. Work is heavy on my mind at the moment with my own business. Okay. What does the astrology chart cost? I think it's just $122. Go check on my website, but I do think it's that. It might even be less. I did have a special, I think was $88 or $68 for an astrology one as well. But go check. With every astrology reading, there is still an extra tarot and oracle bonus. So it's not just your charts. But there's a compatibility chart astrological reading that I would like to do for you, Ellen. And that's on my website, and it's where I take your chart and his, and I kind of mesh them together and see how it's interacting. And I look at both of your navamshas, And we can kind of see not only your connection with him, but who you're meant to be with, when your relationship is going to pick up or drop off, and what's going on with him, who's his destined soulmate, and so on. And if you guys are meant to be or passing through, it will show in there. And the karmas with love, marriage, relationships. So yeah, the compatibility chart is a really good one to get. And that's on there. And I will give you a discount because you're a member. So since you're an ultimate member, you will get that discount always, okay, on everything that you order. All right. Well, I thought someone else did the Cash App, but I don't think they're here anymore. I think they might have left. I guess I'll go. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok. If you follow me on TikTok and you're live with me over there, I will answer a question for free over there. So please follow me. And Ellen, you're welcome to go over there too and get additional questions anytime. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Thank you for watching. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination, so you just keep swimming. Bye, guys.